Hey guys, welcome to art. Well, you might be in your classroom or you might be at home like I am, and we are going to get to do art all together, which is really cool that we're at 3 different places and we can all do the same art project. So we're going to get to work on that. So today we're going to be inspired by 3 different things. Number one, we're going to be inspired by one of my favorite authors and illustrators, Mo Willems. Number two, we're going to be inspired by one of my favorite characters in all books, Pigeon. He's so silly. I love him so much. And number three, we're going to be inspired by this little man right here because Pigeon, in our book, he needs a bath. And guess who else needs a bath? This little guy. Because look what he did while I was not paying attention. He's a true art connoisseur. He got into some green paint. So I'm going to do this art project, then I'm going to go and give him a bath. You guys don't have to do that, which is going to be great. So are you guys ready? Let's go get some art mediums and materials, and let's get started. Let's go get creative. See you soon. The pigeon needs a bath. I do not. Words and pictures by Mo Willems. That is definitely the vibe that Rocky is giving me right now. Hi, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the pigeon is filthy, so I could use your help. Because the pigeon needs a bath. That isn't a matter of an opinion. Oh, what a kidder. I don't really need a bath. I took one last month. Oh, I think it was last month. Scritch, scritch. Clean, dirty. They're just words, right? Well, I feel clean. Well, maybe you need a bath. Yeah, when was the last time you had a bath? Oh, that was pretty recently. Life is so short. Why waste it on unimportant things? Like taking a bath. What smell? I don't smell anything. And if I do, it's a very normal smell. For a pigeon. You know, in some places, it's impolite to take a bath. Buzz, 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 buzz. Of all these flies buzzing around me are purely coincidental. P.U. Yuck. Ugh. Let's get out of here. Take a bath, dude. Okay, fine. If it means so much to you, I'll take a bath. Whoa. I'm not going to like this one bit. The water's too hot. The water's too cold. Oh, it's too deep. Oh, not deep enough. It's too lukewarm. It's too hot. It's too cold. Now it's too hot again. Oh, it's too wet. Much too wet. Too cold. Oh no, it's too reflective. Not enough toys. Oh, too many toys. Still, it's too hot. Okay, well, I guess this is okay. Splash! Oh, hey, this is fun. Wash, 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 la, 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 singing in the tub. This is the life. Ah, I love bubbles. Look at my wrinkly toes. Hello, hello, how are you? I'm fine. I'm a fish, I'm a fish. 10 hours later. Can I stay in the tub forever? The end. Okay, so Mr. Pigeon, he finally got to take a bath. So we are going to give our pigeon like he's brand new, spanking and clean in our picture. So let's get our materials and let's get started. Pigeon is literally the best. I love him so much. So let's make him. and do our best work because he deserves it because he's amazing. So here are the materials we're going to need in the mediums. So of course we're going to need a piece of paper. If you're in the arts class right now, you're going to get a long piece of paper because Pigeon is tall. And if you notice, we're going to be using all our paper that's going to go, we call it portrait in art, or it's going to go vertical because it's up, or if we always can call it hot dog, or shower. It's up to you. So if you are at home, you can use any kind of piece of paper, just like this. Now also, if you're at the art studio, you're going to be using an ink dauber, which has ink inside of it. And so we know sometimes it likes to mess up. So at first, if that's why you have an extra piece of paper, you can practice a little bit to make sure we know, because if we squeeze it out, it becomes a big blob ink, like a squid came or an octopus, someone's like everywhere. So we want to make sure that we are being controlled with it and not squeezing it. But I want to make sure I get started before I start my pigeon work. So I'm just going to kind of use my extra piece of paper. See, that's what I want it to look like. I don't want to look like this. I want it to be nice and smooth. Okay, so it looks like it's ready to go. So that's why you have 2 pieces of paper in the art class right now. So to paint and color our pigeons, we're going to need paint if you're in the art class, and watercolors especially. And if you are at home, you can use whatever you have it. You could have markers, you can use crayons. You are going to need something black to outline with it. So you can use a Sharpie if you have it, are allowed to use them. You can use a black marker, or you can always use a black crayon. Or if you're super fancy, you have an oil pastel, or even a chalk pastel. You're really fancy, and you can do that at home too. So first, we're going to start drawing our pigeon. Like I said, we want it to be going vertical, and we're going to use our ink daubers, or our black art medium first. First things first, we're going to make his eye. So all we're going to do is we're not going to start it down here because we know his eye is not at the bottom. It's not really at the middle because we want him to be tall. We kind of come from the middle, and we go a little bit up into the corner to the side. So it's more on this side of the paper than over here. And all I'm going to do is, with my ink dauber, is going to make a black dot. Now if you're at home, just make a black circle. I'm going to fill in just a little bit, and there we go. And then all I'm going to do is make a circle around my black dot. And look, I have Pigeon's eyeball. Since this is the profile, which means the side of the face of the pigeon, and we're looking at the side of his body, all we're going to do is just one eye. It makes it easier. And then we're going to do another circle for his head. Just make it come around and go. If you notice, I'm getting a little light right here, so all I'm going to do is very gently go back over my line. That's going to happen when you use these, but these are some of my favorite because I love Indian ink. It's so dark and amazing. Okay, so we're going to need his bill so he can tell us that he does not want a bath. So we're going to use lines now. We did circles, and now let's use lines. And we're going to make a shape or a letter that we all know. We're going to make a V. Now, if we left it like that, that would look kind of silly because we know they don't have stick beaks. Like we know people don't have stick legs and stick arms. So what we're going to do is we're going to just come down and make a line and make a line. And now he can officially tell us he does not want a bath, but he needs one. So now what we're going to do is his neck. He has a tall neck. So we're going to use vertical lines, just how we know vertical means go up and down. And they're parallel, which means they're friends. So there's going to be a matching partner with it. So we're going to come right here and make a straight line down. Pick up our ink dauber, our pencil, our pen, whatever we're using. And we're going to jump over and make its friend. Make its parallel friend. So they're BFFs. And if we notice, Pigeon has a nice little stripe of white. And so we're going to do that next. Instead of a vertical line like we have been making, we're making horizontal lines, which are sideways lines. So all we're going to do is go 1 and 2. It also looks kind of like an equal sign in math. Guys are learning about math too. I love it. So now we have his neck, his head, his bill. We need a body. So we're going to come out and we're going to make a line that comes straight out over here. So we're going to make another horizontal line that attaches to the neck. So just come over. Just like that. Now here, we're going to make an arc or a smiley face that's going to attach this to over here. And if we make it just kind of like a straight line, that's not going to look like Pigeon. We want it to curve. So we're going to go and meet it. So that's an arc or a smiley face. Just like this. If you need to practice, practice before we start. With your finger. Just like that. Because we know we can't erase ink. So I come right here, and I meet it up. Bam. We got his body. Now Pigeon needs a wing. So we're going to make another arc or smiley face right there. And a straight line coming. Now he needs 2 legs so he can jump into his bathtub. So I'm going to make, he's going to look like, I want him to kind of look like he's kind of like dancing maybe or jumping into the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a diagonal line right here, which just means a line, not a straight line, it's diagonal. And then I'm going to make kind of another diagonal line, kind of like that. And then we're going to just make a V, an upside down V, so he has toes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Guess what, guys? Pigeon is done. If you're at home, you can go ahead and color Pigeon. We know he's aqua or turquoise or a light blue, except for the white part and the bill's orange. But since we are using ink, we want this to dry because we know if we use our watercolors and the ink's not dry, it's going to run and make this look kind of, well, that pigeon really needed a bath. And since we want our brand new clean pigeon, we don't want to do that. So we're going to let it dry for a second and work on our background. For your background, you can do whatever you want. You can make confetti like he's having a party. You can make hearts, you can make stars, anything you want to do that's for your background. And you can use watercolors. So all I'm going to do is make sure I have my water. And since these watercolors, we don't want to mix it on the palette, which are the oval parts. We want to make sure we wash our brush in between each color. So all I'm going to do is, I might make some confetti coming down because he's all clean. And you can make anything you want. You can make, like I said, let's see. You can make, let's make a blue heart. Make a heart. You can make stars. You can make bathtub. You can make whatever you want for your pigeon because he's so excited because he's finally clean. And we're just waiting 1 second, like I said, for our pigeon to be dried so we can start painting it. Let's see. Oh, I could do a star. Polka dots. Oh, you can't even see my star up there. It was such a beautiful star. Just kidding. It's not that great. You can make, if you wanted him to be on grass down here, you can make grass. Like I said, this part is all you. This is when the art, your art brain needs to decide how you want your pigeon to look. Okay, so finish that up part, and then we're going to start painting. You can pause this if you need to, if you guys need more time to do your backgrounds. Okay, so your pigeon should be dried now, and you should be done with your background. Just double check to see if you can touch it, and it doesn't come off on your finger. Then it is ready to be able to be painted. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to find my blue on my palette, which I have a blue right here, and I have a lighter blue. You can use both blues, either blue that you want. I'm going to use a darker kind of aqua blue because when I put it on, it's going to be a perfect pigeon color to me. And all I'm going to do is going to paint carefully inside my lines. I want to keep this white, so I'm going to make sure I do not paint inside of that. And when I need more paint, I just use my water and my paintbrush. Okay. And since it's dry, I should be able to go over my ink and nothing happens. See, it doesn't run or mess up my painting. Now, if I didn't wait, it would all be gross and smudgy. I'll have to show you when I did that. On the other paper, it did not look good, y'all. It did not look good. Okay, almost done with his body. I mainly want to make sure I don't get it outside of my ink line. And then I'm going to come up here very carefully. Paint in right there. Look at that. So we have that. Now we need to do his face. I don't want to do his eyeball. Just want to do his round face. Just like that. Since it's dry, I can go over that ink and be A-okay with it. Rinse my brush really well because I need to do his beak. And what color that would be? Obviously orange, right? So I'm going to find the orange. Now some of these oranges are a lighter orange on this palette because you guys have all kinds of different colors. Just make sure it's a darker orange because I don't want him to have a too much of a light beak. So I'm going to make sure it's a darker orange so it pops a little more, right? Looks good with our bright aqua or turquoise. Pigeon. Okay, awesome. We finished Pigeon. Now it's time to go if you want to add anything more to the background. If you need, if you have crayons in your classroom and you want to make something on the background, we know we can make a resist. We know if we use a crayon that you have, let's see, since we are using Pigeon with a heart. And now I can go back over it with my, use a different color, not the Pigeon color. Let's see, let's do this color. I can go back over it because I know that this creates a resist because we use that all the time with foil pastels or crayons. So fill in the background. You shouldn't have any white like I do. You should have a lot of colors. You can have white if it's like confetti and things like that, but this is kind of I need to add a lot more to mine, I think. So I want you guys to do that. I need to go give Rocky a bath so I don't have green paint all in my house. You guys have a great, wonderful day, and I will see you very, very soon. Okay, bye, guys.